First, I want to offer my condolences to the Patel family, their friends, and extended family for this tragedy. I'm Andy Luger. I'm the United States Attorney for the District of Minnesota. This trial exposed the unthinkable cruelty of human smuggling and of those criminal organizations that value profit and greed over humanity. To earn a few $1,000s, these traffickers put men, women, and children in extraordinary peril, leading to the horrific and tragic deaths of an entire family. Because of this unimaginable greed, a father, a mother, and 2 children froze to death in sub-zero temperatures on the Minnesota-Canadian border. Our office prosecutes crimes every day, but what was revealed in this trial goes far beyond even some of the most significant criminal behavior we have seen and we have addressed. The words immoral depravity are the best that I have to describe the conduct that led to this terrible, terrible result. Nothing we can do will change that. We can and have brought justice to those responsible. And for that, I thank the tenacious work of all of the law enforcement officers and officials involved, as well as the talented and dedicated prosecution team from my office and the Department of Justice. I am proud of them and their work. I'm going to have Jamie Holt, who's the special agent in charge of Homeland Security, speak next, and then I'll try to take a few of your questions. Jamie?
Good afternoon. My name is Jamie Holt, and I am the Special Agent in charge for HSI St. Paul, serving the states of Minnesota, North Dakota, and South Dakota. Thank you so much for joining us here today, and thank you to all of our partners who assisted in this investigation, to include the RCMP, CBSA, and U.S. Border Patrol. This case is a stark reminder of the horrific realities faced by victims of human smuggling, the tragic loss of a family who endured unimaginable suffering at the hands of smugglers underscores the urgent need for robust law enforcement efforts and partnerships. Human smuggling is a vile crime that preys on the most vulnerable, exploiting their desperation and dreams for a better life. The suffering endured by this family is unimaginable, and it is our duty to ensure that such atrocities are met with the full force of the law. Effective investigation and prosecution of human smuggling cases require a coordinated approach. Law enforcement partnerships are crucial in this fight as they bring together resources, expertise, and a unified commitment to justice. By working together, we can dismantle smuggling networks, bring perpetrators to justice, and provide the necessary support to survivors. This case highlights the importance of vigilance, collaboration, and unwavering dedication to protecting those who are most at risk. It is a call to action for all of us to strengthen our efforts and ensure that no family has to endure such a devastating fate again. Thank you.
I probably can't answer most of the questions that you might have, but if you have a few and you want to ask, I'll do my best.
Just maybe the message that this verdict sends to other smugglers out there who think they could try to get away with this. What message does that send to them?
That they'll be vigorously investigated and prosecuted by expert investigators from multiple agencies who work together well, and by prosecutors who are dedicated to bringing justice. The importance of these cases is to bring justice to the victims, their families, and their friends, and the community, but also to send a very strong signal that you are taking extraordinary risks to your own future if you engage in this behavior, and you should choose a different path. Yeah.
During the trial, we heard a lot about this man in Canada, Indian national named Patel. I'm wondering what's kind of the future in terms of your office.
Sure. So the investigation of this case and all involved continues, and that's all I can say about that.
Can you talk to us a little bit about jury deliberations? Somewhere just an hour that it took for them to come back with those guilty verdicts. Well, can you just talk to us about that aspect and the proof that you were able to show beyond reasonable doubt?
I think the team here presented an extraordinarily compelling case when a jury deliberates for 2 hours or less, it's an indication that the evidence was overwhelming and the proof was quite clear, and that was obviously what happened here. Liz?
And gathering all that evidence, it's a lot of work, multiple agencies and many people involved. How hard was it to gather all the evidence from cell phone tower records to car rental records and banking statements?
Sure, this is what we do. This is what federal law enforcement, working with local partners and working with our office, do. Look, if there's anything positive to say about this other than the deterrence measure for those who might engage in this behavior, it's that your government works. It's an important signal to the community that law enforcement, prosecutors are doing the right thing day and night behind the scenes. Your question's an excellent one because it does take a lot of work, but you'll never hear a law enforcement official or a prosecutor complain about it. Long nights, weekends to bring justice for our community. And I believe so strongly in our system of justice, and this is a good example of it. Thank you for your question.
Are there others who may be charged? Is the investigation ongoing? Because we heard about others being involved within the United States.
Sure, and Maya asked a similar question. The investigation's continuing. Our office will remain involved in it with our law enforcement partners, and that's all I can say there.
Can you tell us about the sentences you'll be seeking?
Not yet. That's something that we'll be doing down the road, looking at all of the evidence, the probation report, and the federal sentencing guidelines. There'll be more of that on file at the time.
Can you speak at all about the timeline? It's been coming up on 3 years now since this happened. I know this was a trial that's been scheduled a number of times. Can you talk about that and the fact that we're finally here now?
Some of these cases take longer to bring to trial than others. I don't want to go into details about it, but we in the courts and the defense bar all try to work toward getting justice more swiftly. This one took a while, you're right, and that happens on occasion. I'm not going to comment further. Okay, yeah, Maya?
So is there continuing to investigate? Will you be in touch with Indian authorities?
I'm not going to comment on who the offices will be involved in. The thorough investigation of this matter that led to this verdict will continue going forward. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.